use your BMR, how to use your training program, and understand how much you can lose in about a month. Welcome guys to Build by Nando Coaching and Fitness. Thank you guys for supporting my channel and watching my videos. I've been getting a few questions and on my email inbox. So today I'm going to talk about how many calories should I eat per day. This question was more in reference in like losing body fat, but I'm just gonna talk about, in general, okay? Because it's gonna benefit other people who have more questions about, not only just being able to lose body fat, but to also, gain muscle or stay fit, maintenance, or overall health, etc. So again, in this channel, what we do is we keep things basic. I'm gonna try my best to keep everything as basic as possible. I'm going to provide some numbers on the whiteboard, as you can see behind me. So hopefully you guys get to enjoy this video, and don't forget guys to subscribe. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. We talk about fitness and overall health and, keeping things as basic as possible. Okay, so if you're looking for a channel that you are just trying to keep things simple and basic, this is your channel, okay? Especially related to fitness and overall health, okay? So how many calories should I eat per day, okay? Well, I always say it depends on your BMR or your RMR. So basic metabolic rate or your resting metabolic rate. What does that mean? It's how many calories you burn at rest, okay? So in a 24-hour period, you're gonna burn a certain amount of calories, and okay? So there's so many ways you can actually go about this. There's formulas you can go for, or you can just enter an app like MyFitnessPal, or there's like tons and tons, hundreds of apps out there that you can check your BMR or your resting metabolic rate, or your RMR. You can also go and Google how to calculate your BMR, okay? It's really simple. You can go to bmrcalculator.org. That's one of the places I go to. I also obviously have my InBody machine here, so it helps calculate it for me. But once you get that number, it's a very basic understanding of what the overall calories you should be eating at rest. Meaning how many calories you burn throughout the whole day just to be able to function. Literally, guys, you can sit down, and I can sit down right here in this chair for 24 hours, and my body should be able to burn a certain amount of calories in 24 hours just by living, right? So, guys, don't go ahead and get that number and be like, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and burn 2,000 calories just by rest. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do nothing and eat below that, and I should be able to burn fat. Doesn't work that way, okay? So don't get no ideas on, okay, well, Fernando said, get my number, stay under that number, do nothing, and I should be able to, let's say, burn fat. Or go above that number and I should be able to gain muscle. Doesn't work that way, guys, okay? I'm gonna explain more later on during the video. What other things, let's say, let's go with your goals, okay? Your goals. It also depends on your goals, okay? What is your goal? What are you trying to accomplish, right? You're trying to lose body fat. Most of the people who reach out to me trying to transform, they're trying to lose 30 pounds, 20 pounds, 50, 100 pounds, right? We're trying to get shredded, trying to get fit. Most of our society, we are overweight. So we're trying to, get better with that, because again, obesity leads to other conditions, right? Health conditions. So we don't want to go that route. So a lot of people tend to ask the same question: fat loss, how to get leaner, how to get shredded, how to lose weight, how to lose body fat, okay? But also there's very, very important to understand that, you need to be able to use the same concept here about understanding what your calories are to be able to gain muscle, okay? to be able to, so if your goal is to gain muscle, you have to understand the calories you put into your body and what is your workload, meaning your workout style, to be able to gain that muscle. Okay, so think about your goals. How many calories you should be eating per day? It all depends on your goals. Losing body fat, gaining muscle, being overall healthy, right? Know your goal, write down your goals, and then you can kind of go from there. If you're trying to lose body fat, you want to be in the deficit. What is the deficit? I'll explain to you guys in a second. Okay, if you're trying to gain a little bit of muscle, you can still gain muscle in a deficit, okay? Which I explain in other videos. But most of people who are trying to gain muscle try to be a little bit on the surplus. We're not talking about being the surplus like 1,000 to 2,000, okay? We're trying to be in the surplus just above your normal range, and then work yourself up depending on how your body reacts, okay? That's a whole nother topic, guys. If you have any questions on muscle building, please reach out to me, okay? Let's see here. Another reason or another way to determine how many calories you should eat per day, your time frame. What is your time frame for this goal? Okay, most of us may have something very important coming up. That could be a wedding, that could be your anniversary, that could be a date, that could be a vacation, summertime, right? Summertime, you're going to the beach, etc., 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 right? You want to be able to have a time frame. A lot of us also, like myself, have a time frame for a competition, right? I need to get on stage in 12 weeks. So I calculate my body fat, my body composition overall, right? And then I determine my calories, break down my macros, and that's how I know what can I reach, how far can I go, or how long it's gonna take me to reach a certain goal. If I wanna be, let's say 4% body fat, and I'm 10% body fat, well, I have to reduce 6% body fat to get to 4. Pretty simple math, right? So I have to take the calories that I consume to break it down, and that should be able to tell me how long would it take me to be able to lose 6% body fat, okay? I can try my best to show you guys some numbers here in a second, okay? So time frame was one of them, right? Also, depending on your training regimen, okay? What is your training regimen? If we check your BMR, your resting metabolic rate or your basal metabolic rate, and you calculate that comparison to your training program or your training regimen. So to make sense to this, depending on what you do a day, you also want to be able to fuel your body correctly, okay? So if you're lifting weights and you're doing cardio, you're doing sports, you're doing some sort of type of exercises, right, to be able to, increase your athleticism or to reduce body fat or to gain muscle, you also got to be able to tailor your calories to that, okay? You don't want to undereat and, let's say, overtrain. You want to be able to fuel your body according to your training regimen. So if your basal metabolic rate or your resting metabolic rate is, let's say, 1,500 calories, okay? But you lift weights for an hour, you do 30-minute cardios about 5 to 6 times a week, okay? You wanna be able to maybe increase that, okay? Depending on your goal. So if you're trying to gain weight or gain muscle, right? You wanna go a little bit above that and work yourself up. Maybe start with 1,700 calories, okay? And then maybe after 4 or 6 weeks, you can try, if you haven't seen no results whatsoever, you can go to 1,900 calories, okay? If you're not gaining body fat, you're not getting overweight, or you're not gonna get overweight that quick, but you get my point. You're going up on weight. You wanna go ahead and tailing that back down. Same way with losing body fat, okay? If you're 1,500 calorie BMR, you wanna lose body fat, start at 1,500 calories. Okay, if you're feeling like you're just, man, I'm working out so hard, so hardcore, and I just don't have the enough energy to go through my workouts, you may want to increase your calories. And I know, even though you're trying to lose body fat, you may have to eat to be able to fuel your training. Hope that makes sense, right? A lot of people are scared to eat more because they think they're gonna gain weight. If your training regimen is intense, it's vigorous, it's hardcore, you're training, you're weightlifting an hour, 2 hours a day, you're doing 30 minutes, an hour cardio, you may wanna go up on your calories to be able to fuel your training. So you can be fitter, you can be fit, you can, be able to metabolize the body or the food better and to get to your goals. Hopefully that makes sense. You have to fuel the body according to your training regimen, okay? It takes obviously an expert to be able to determine that for you. So you can go up and down the calories little by little, but that's gonna take time, okay? If you go ahead and talk to me, send me an email at billbynando@gmail.com, for example. You can send me an email and ask me, Fernando, I do this on a daily basis. I'm trying to gain or lose or whatever my goals are. And how many calories do you think I should eat according to my training regimen and my lifestyle? Well, I'm gonna be able to throw some numbers out there and at least give you an example, okay? I know a lot of people are probably asking right now, oh, what about the macros breakdown? Guys, that's a whole nother story, okay? But a whole nother video I can make out of that, macro breakdown. But I'm gonna throw some numbers out there for you guys to kind of get an idea, okay? Let's see here. The next thing, so how many calories should we eat a day depending on your overall health, right? It all depends on your overall health. If you're not healthy at all, let's say you're obese, you're overweight, right? You can't be under eating. It's not gonna be healthy for you, but at the same time, you cannot be overeating, right? You have to find a balance on your calories to be able to start getting healthy. And to be honest with you, for those that are trying to be healthier, it's not just to reduce the calories or maybe eat more because you undereat, but it's also the type of food you're eating. You make sure you get some clean quality calories in there, right? You don't want to eat fried chicken. Maybe bake your chicken, right? Instead of eating candy, eat vegetables, right? Eat fruits for sweeteners, right? So make the right choices, make the right switch. Stop eating so many processed food and some, McDonald's and Jack in the Box and In-N-Out and all this junk food. Stop eating it so much, stop eating it every day and go ahead and correct that and just eat it once a week, all right? Start making the changes so you can be overall healthy, okay? And then lastly here, guys, know the numbers. You have to. What does that mean? You need to know the breakdown of your numbers. Your calories, your daily burn, your training regimen, how many calories you're burning your training, how many protein, carbs, and fats, the breakdown of those to be able to supply your training and supply the energy you need for the day and to, repair your muscles and maintain your immune system right, etc. Okay? So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna show you guys really quick a breakdown number-wise on what I mean on how to determine your calorie intake. I'm just gonna throw some numbers out there, guys. I'm hoping that doesn't confuse you guys so much, but if you have any questions, guys, remember, comment below. First of all, subscribe, press the notification button so you can get more videos, because I'm gonna always explain more and more and more depending on how many questions come in through my inbox, okay? Ask me questions, let's interact between each other here in on YouTube, or that's fine if you want to go to my Instagram. You can go to Built by Nando Trainer or my NPC Nando, and you can check my Instagram. You can DM me there. You can email me. Ask me questions, guys. I'm here to help you guys out, okay? So let me show you guys some numbers real quick, and hopefully this makes sense. Okay, I'm just literally gonna keep this as basic as possible, because if I start throwing a bunch of different types of numbers in here and the reasons why we do this and why we do that, it's gonna get confusing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and break down a very simple, very basic BMR and just break it down, okay? Let's see if this makes sense to you guys. Remember, if you have any questions about how to break down your calories or how to determine how to lose body fat or what are my macros, how to gain muscle, etc., just make sure you reach out to me, okay? So let's go with a very simple BMR. basal metabolic rate, or RMR, resting metabolic rate. Okay, let's say this BMR for this person is, let's just go with 2,000 calories. Okay, this is at rest. Okay, this person wants to lose weight. Okay, if this person wants to lose weight, the way I'm going to determine how to break this down, it's very simple. I'm going to give a 2,000 calorie nutrition program. Okay, why 2,000? Well, very simple. This person is trying to lose body fat. Okay, that's the goal. I'm gonna keep it at 2,000 to start. Can we go up? We could. Can we go down? We could. Okay, so I wanna start with 2,000 calories. Okay, this is per day. So if this person started 2,000 calories per day, his BMR is already 2,000. What does that even mean? That means that person's gonna burn already 2,000 calories. Okay, that means they're gonna be at zero at the end of the day. Okay, so if you consume 2,000 calories, but your body already burns 2,000 calories, that means you're at zero, right? That means you burn all the calories you consume for that day in 24 hours. But this person is trying to lose weight. So what are we gonna add to this? Simple. We're gonna go ahead and add a workout program, okay? We already added a nutrition program. Now we're gonna do a workout program. The workout program is gonna entail about at least 45 minutes to an hour training and maybe 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minute cardio. My goal is for this client to be able to burn at least 500 calories on their workout, their training regimen, okay? 500 calories burned. So continue the math. Now we're gonna be 2,000 calories that we consume, 2,000 calories that we burned, plus we burn an extra 500 calories. That means that person is gonna be on a 500 calorie deficit. That makes sense? 500 calorie deficit. The body had to take out of the stored calories that he had in the body and had to burn an extra 500 of that storage. Okay, that's most usually, we're hoping that's coming out of the excessive fat, right? That extra fat that you have in the body. Now, this person worked their ass off, okay? In 7 days of following this program, remember, it's not 7 days straight, but we're hoping that 7 days of, that could be in a total of 10 days. 5 days, they worked out, took 2 days off. I don't know, they trained another 3 days. The point is, in 7 total days of being in the deficit, they burned 3,500 calories in the deficit, okay? They obviously burned a lot more in 7 days, but I talk about in the deficit. So 500 calories in the deficit, in 7 days of being 500 calories in the deficit, they burn a total of 3,500 calories. We all know that if you burn 3,500 calories, that's about a pound of fat. Remember guys, this is an estimate. Due to the studies, 3,500 calories is about a pound of fat. This give or take your weight, this give or take your genetics, your gender, etc. All right, so a pound, okay, of fat, okay, 1 pound of fat. So if we do this in 4 weeks, we're looking at 4 pounds of body fat in 1 month, okay? In 1 month. So this is simple math. Can you do this? Of course you can. You definitely can take this, figure out what your BMR is, eat exactly the same nutrition. This is for body, this is to be able to lose body fat, to lose weight, okay? Take the same amount of calories you're eating, say you're 1,500 calorie BMR, eat a 1,500 calorie nutrition program, and then you do your workouts. Work out as many times as you can. How many times should you work out? you work out as many times as you can throughout the week. Okay, most of us can work out only 3 times, but some of us can work out 7 times a week. Okay, the goal is the days you're not working out, you want to be here at 0. Okay, so you don't want to add any calories, any extra calories. Okay, the days you're working out, you're gonna add 500 calories to that calories that you already burned for that day. That means you're gonna be a 500 calorie deficit every time you work out. You accumulate 7 days of working out, you're gonna do about a pound of fat. So if you worked out 7 days a week, this is an example, guys. Now this means you have to work out 7 days a week. And just an example, okay? If you worked out 7 days, so you burned at least, right, 3,500 calories in 1 week, you're gonna burn 1 pound of fat, which is gonna equal about 4 pounds in 1 month. You do that, so you did 4 pounds. In 3 months, you burn 12 pounds of body fat. That's a lot, right? That's a lot. So hopefully this is a good example, guys, here on how to use your BMR, how to use your training program, and understand how much you can lose in about a month. All right, guys, so hopefully that made sense to you guys, okay? So basically you want to know the numbers, right? Knowing the numbers is very important, okay? There's apps out there that can help you track those numbers, help you, get a good split of protein, carbs and fat. Just make sure that the split is pretty good. Okay, I mean, I've explained in other videos before about macro splits, but if you guys have any questions, I can go more in details of it. I can definitely make another video regarding micro splits, okay? I'm really hoping this video helped you guys out to understand how many calories you're supposed to consume per day. Just remember, depends on your goals. It really does. Depends on your BMR and how much you burn per day. That number, you have to understand it. You have to be able to calculate it, either a BMR calculator, talking to a coach, nutrition coach, a personal trainer, an app, etc. Okay, so understand your BMR, understand also your time frame, your workout regimen. You have to put it all together. All those things that I mentioned, put it all together, okay? And then that way you can figure it out how many calories you need to consume per day, okay? And just also a reminder, guys, the days you don't work out, the days you are pretty low key, just try to make sure you follow that also as well. Meaning, make sure you just don't go over the calories you're supposed to be eating. Make sure the calories are pretty even, and you break even for the day, kind of like a maintenance phase. So if you consume, like I give you guys an example, 2,000 calories BMR, you consume 2,000 calories for that day, you break even. You want to break even the days you don't work out and don't train. Okay, so hopefully this video helped you guys out. Don't forget, guys, to please subscribe, to press the button down below. Subscribe and comment if you have any questions or any feedback. And I'm looking forward to you guys' questions for on my inbox or anywhere else you guys want to DM me, message me. Until the next one. Later.